Good afternoon, sir. Sir Sam, right?
Yes.
Sam Jacoba of
NADPOP.
NADPOP. Sir, again, NADPOP it
Uh,
means National.
National Association of Data Protection Officers of the Philippines. So Ross, we were talking about the greatest threat right now, right?
Mm.
So privacy is about personal information, right? Or protection of personal information. From our end, we see that education or lack of is the biggest threat right now. There are a lot of resources that people can go to learn about their privacy rights and how to protect their privacy both online and offline. So to us, that's why we've embarked on this partnership with Union Bank, so that not just to increase the awareness, not just with financial institutions, but also to the public at large. Banking is one of the basic services that Filipinos avail of, right? And as you've seen today, we're glad that the BSP, Bank Central, in partnership with the banks, really ensure that hacking is minimized, if not totally eliminated, right? But you can't really eliminate it, right? But at least they have a framework in place already that it's meant to safeguard our personal information.
And you also mentioned earlier that you awarded Union Bank.
Yeah, correct. We recognize the efforts that Union Bank has done. They're one of the pioneers in data privacy and security protection in the Philippines, and in their trust to be the #1 digital bank in the Philippines. With it comes, of course, a lot of innovation that other banks can look up to in order to protect their what they call their IP or their information infrastructure.
So your award is focused only on the banks or all across other industries?
Across all industries.
Other industries.
Yeah.
So among the other industries or all the industries, which industry is the most vulnerable?
All industries are vulnerable.
Okay.
Well, if you look at the methodology of hackers, they go after industries that can get them monetary gain, right? So by default, it's the financial services industry that is the most lucrative for hackers to go after, right? And then probably followed by other industries like healthcare. I mean, just look at the motivation of hackers. Right? Either they want to become famous, or they want to earn from it, or the worst kinds, they want to take revenge. Right? So normally that's what motivates hackers. And but again, fortunately for us, the Philippine FSI or industry by in itself, in partnership with the BSP, they really take pains to ensure that their infrastructure is protected, and they invest a lot in ensuring that their information systems are protected.
Sir, you mentioned kanina about you're recognizing all industries, right? So, among these industries, I asked earlier which one is the most vulnerable. You said everyone, but which ones are the most secured?
Again,
Based from your
yeah.
studies or research?
You need to look at the indicators, right? Those who have invested in people, meaning they have appointed data protection officers, they've appointed CISOs, or these are the Chief Information Security Officers, and some of them, they even have appointed teams. They have a data privacy team or a cybersecurity team. That's one indicator that an industry is more secure than others. Okay. Secondly, they have made investments. Look at their overall spend, for example, for a year. See how much they spend on data privacy and security. That's another indicator. Okay, so you have, of course, people. Then you have the organization back it. And third, but not the least, they share, their expertise and their experiences to their peers in the industry and with other industries as well. These are the indicators, that other industries are quote unquote more secure than others. Okay.
Way back 2008, sir, when I was still working for a bank as well as their systems act. The mention of data privacy officer has already been told. They've already been telling us that it will be one of the most important. So, what happened today, sir? Lumaki po ba yung opening for jobs for data privacy officers?
Precisely. So, in the early 2000s, I think Europe was leading the way towards privacy protection, right?
But in the Philippines,
For the Philippines,
lumaki po ba yung
oh, definitely.
assignment
Since
of-
the law was passed in 2012, right? That's when the Data Privacy Act was, passed into law, and then implemented. The IRS came out in 2015, right? Thereby creating the National Privacy Commission, and then appointed the 3 commissioners. Since then, and you couple that with the big data breaches that happened worldwide, right? But we have our own. We have Comelec, right, in the Philippines, 2016. Happened 2016, and then you have big branch, being, of course, reporting their own breaches. The demand for data privacy and security professionals really has increased tenfold. I mentioned in my talk that Singapore, for example, tightened their data privacy laws. Starting September 1st, they can't anymore take photos of their national ID. You need to have proper, guidelines in place for you to be able to do that. Singapore alone, they estimate they need around 10,000 data protection officers. That's just Singapore alone. It's very near the Philippines, right? And as I mentioned, my colleagues who are certified DPOs, in profile na, they have been invited, by companies as far as Europe. So Europe has passed the GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation. That's the European law. They also need around, their estimates 40,000 data protection officers.
Pero sir, but what happened? Kasi, like I mentioned, 2008. Pero after that, I've heard a lot of security breaches.
Before there were already breaches happen left and right, but it's only now that they're being reported because the privacy regulators mandate that they report it. But breaches have been happening. I mean, you've seen the bubbles, of the biggest breaches that happened, right? It has been happening regularly. In fact, if you go to the dark web, you see some of those databases being sold, right? Per entry, and then being matched to other databases to compose it, what you call profitable data subjects. So, ganun yun. That's the economics behind hacking. There has to be a profit for the hacker at the end of the day. So, either this is through financial gain or through reputation gain, etc.
So, what would you say was the most or the biggest?
Comelec pa rin.
Sa Comelec pa rin.
I mean, 56 million Filipino voters data. Diba? Kasama din yung mother's name mo, saan ka pinanganak, right? So, kaya don't be surprised if you're receiving from some politicians, diba? You receive kompleto yung address mo doon, right? So, they know your birth dates, etc. If you split that information, you match that with the financial database, for example, pwede mo lang ma-hack ang isang account, right? So, as far as the Philippines, that's still the biggest league in our country. And ito, pagka yung national ID or PhilSys, that's all Filipinos, man, including your kids, nephews, nieces, kasama doon sa database na yun. That's going to be the mother of all databases. And we should really protect it like crazy. Yung PhilSys. Okay.
Sir, last question.
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of the world, how is the Philippines?
We're one of the best workforce in privacy and security.
Really? Okay.
Definitely. We're world class. As I said, dangerous that the best DPOs of the Philippines and the best CISOs will be poached by other countries. Singapore is just 3 hours away, and they pay higher than what the Philippines pay. So in order for us to address that quote-unquote bring and drain of DPOs or privacy professionals is to really produce more workers. That's why NADPOP really is going to focus on enabling and empowering data protection officers.
Is there a certification for becoming a data protection officer?
There's several right now.
Local, international?
There are international certifications, but they cost a lot.
Okay, so there are local certifications.
Yes, but they cost a lot. So the global certification costs around $2,000.
So it's cheaper pag global?
It's more expensive.
Okay. So
$2,000, man. So
$2,000 for global.
Yeah.
Local,
there's none. The NPC has their own course, yung ACE. So they're doing, but ang problema nun kasi you need to fall in line. But it's still expensive. I mean, not everyone, most DPOs won't be able to afford it. Imagine a $2,000 training program.
So is it a requirement for?
No, you don't have to be certified in order to do your job, really. So
okay.
it's just an icing on the cake, and this validates that you know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for example, I'm an IT and I want to evolve into becoming a data protection officer as well. Where do I go? Where do I train? Where do I?
Go to the National Privacy Commission first.
Okay.
So they offer free training, as I mentioned, through their ACE program, accountability, compliance, and ethics training. Otherwise, they can just go to NADPOP.org. or join our Facebook page, NADPOP DPO Central. There are a lot of training firms that post their trainings there.
Okay.
NADPOP will also be offering soon, the training programs. We've seen the competency framework, right? So hopefully we'll be able to roll it out by end of this month. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Could you please talk to our audience and tell them about the state of data privacy protection in the country?
Yeah, hello Philippines. We have one of the best laws on data privacy protection in the world. Let's be happy and be glad that the law upholds our privacy rights. So my call to you, number one, get to know your privacy rights. Involve your family members, especially your kids. And third, please, educate yourselves on data privacy and protection. Thank you and mabuhay.
And to end this, we have an iconic shout out.
Okay, which is
On the count of 3, you have to shout, "What's up, Pilipinas?" And at the end, you add your call to action.
Okay.
Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's up, Pilipinas? Go data privacy!
Thank you.